The Solana price has been in a downtrend for the last couple of weeks or so, but something is happening in this area that's showing that we could be due a reversal, as well as the Bitcoin chart, which is showing that the market is starting to potentially turn around, and something very crucial is happening right now that Solana needs to do if it's going to be able to push back towards higher levels and stop this downtrend. So guys, in the last few videos I've said that this area through here is very important for Solana, mainly because we had this break to the upside which was rejected. We then had all of this support after breaking through, support again, and then sort of lower levels we're finding more support and then building back towards the upside. As you know, previous support becomes resistance and vice versa, and this, where it's providing us with support previously, is now kind of acting potentially as a bit of resistance, where we've had one rejection but we are now trying to push through once more. What you can see is we've been playing around in this falling broadening wedge for quite some time. As I've mentioned multiple times, this is a bullish pattern. It does sometimes, however, need to sort of revisit further levels lower down before it can push around. But within this pattern, we've seen some sort of another pattern happen. We've come up, we've had a retest, and we are now pushing to the upside. The good thing about this is if this is able to break as a pattern, that will then bring us back towards these sort of levels around $152, and if that can continue, then ultimately this whole chart pattern has a significantly higher price target, which we will be looking at in a minute. I want to show you the Bitcoin chart because the Bitcoin chart is ultimately moving the rest of the market, and when the Bitcoin chart increases, we will see Solana also developing some momentum. So the thing is, what we had here is we had this drop to the downside where we had this W pattern, and as you can see, yesterday we had a very quick period of, in the space of about an hour, where we saw the Bitcoin price increase by about 6 or 7%. Had a bit of sideways action again, starting to see a push, and again Bitcoin is in this rather large pattern, which will see Bitcoin, if successful, break to at least these sort of levels here at around $48,700. So that obviously means that if we see a push of that size, that we will also see Solana taking a bit of a push, and it will indicate as well that this downtrend is temporarily over for Bitcoin, and that the Bitcoin bulls have ultimately pushed through. So if we jump back to Solana, we can have a look at some price targets. So pretty much as you see, in line with what the Bitcoin chart is showing, if Bitcoin is able to push up towards the sort of $48,000 level, we'll see a push in Solana. Ultimately, that's usually a bit bigger due to the market cap difference. If we are to be able to make a break, we need to close a 4-hour candle outside of here and maybe come back for a retest before pushing higher. If Solana is able to break out of here and have a retest before pushing back towards the upside, then we could potentially see resistance setting in at around $150. As that $150 price is broken, we can aim much higher. The price target for this pattern would be taking from this high where the pattern started all the way down to the swing low that happened just a few days ago. We could then bring it to our breakout position, and we can come to these levels at $223. Now obviously, as I mentioned in the past, it's a 4-hour chart. That's going to take potentially quite some time to play out, and it depends on the volume. Over the weekend, obviously we have less volume, but tomorrow is obviously a Monday, and we could expect something a bit more aggressive to happen, in my opinion. So things are looking a little bit more exciting. Jumping into the 1 hour as well, you can see that there's a bit of a shoulder here, another head, and potentially now forming a shoulder. If we are pushing up, then we'll also validate this pattern, which will give us our clean break out of this one, which means something exciting is happening for Solana. Let me know in the comments below, do you think Solana is going to actually manage to break out of here, or whether we could face a rejection? If we face a rejection, we will be pushing down potentially towards the $100 level. However, if we're able to maintain these levels above $130, then in my opinion, it's only a matter of time before we do break to the upside, and then the next target will be $150 before pushing further potentially than that. We could see $150 before being rejected back down for a retest, and then a push further to the upside. Make sure you hit the like for the YouTube algorithm, as well as hit the subscribe button if you are new to the channel. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.